We are live. Hello, hello. Good morning. It is 8 a.m. in Australia, and I'm not sure what time for my guest. She's coming live from America, US of A. She's a great friend of mine that I have met during my pageantry days. But firstly, I wanted to share some great, exciting news for the Australian International Pageant. Of course, I am Laura Jane. I am the National Director for the Australian International Pageant, and we are gearing up for US of A next month. Yes, we have the beautiful Miss Australia International 2023, Hayley Cobb. She is amazing. She's standing up and bringing awareness to cancer research. And if you are watching this on our YouTube or our Facebook, then you can obviously find how to, if you want to vote for her for People's Choice, please feel free, because that would help Australia secure top 11 on the international stage for the whole world to watch. And then Hayley would be on the last day in the finals. So I will be sharing the People's Choice link. So when you do see that post, please do want to go on over and vote for us, because it's not just Hayley and standing up for cancer research, but it's also Australia representing on the American stage for the whole world to see. So it's very exciting times. So today, my friends, I have the most exciting guest that I wanted to introduce to you. Pat, I met her during, I think it was 2020. I had just won Mrs. Australia International. She had reached out to me online, I think, and we just started a great friendship. But during our friendship, I have noticed some wonderful things about Patricia. I have seen her grow and flourish into the beautiful, confident person she is today. From her humble beginnings, coming into pageantry, and I'll let her share her journey, to now winning some awards. And I will say, she has just told me, and it's something I'm making up, she's just told me the most lessons she has learned was from not winning in pageantry. And now, anyways, let's not wait. Let's bring on Patricia from the US of A. Hi, Patricia. Oops, we got you on mute. Let's unmute you. There you go. Hi, Patricia.
Hi, Laura.
I'm so excited. I know that you're not in the international pageant system, but you're a friend of mine, and I wanted to share your journey because you've inspired me, my friend. You're so beautiful. So maybe we can just start about like who you are. Let's start the small things.
Okay. Well, my name is Patricia Silver. I am originally from New Jersey. It's just easier to say Atlantic City. I was raised about 30 miles outside of Atlantic City, New Jersey, home of Miss America. I moved to Texas 2019. It was time. And for the last several years, I have started competing in pageants around 2015. And I just finished my international pageant this past weekend.
Oh, good. That's amazing. And so let me ask you this. Why pageantry? What drew you towards pageantry?
Again, I grew up near Atlantic City. I always, when I was a little girl, would watch the Miss America pageants, and it was always something I wanted to do. And I did 2 pageants in high school and then just kind of forgot about it. And then in 2000, gosh, my nieces, I'm trying to think, my nieces were born in 15. So in 2015, I surprised 2 friends of mine, Carrie and Amelia, who kind of were competing. And there I went to the pageant system, and here the woman who was running it happened to be when I was a freshman, she was a senior. She was my band captain. And I just fell in love with it. And it was going to be a one and done, just say, hey, I did it. And then I just fell in love with pageantry, and it had the pageantry bug. So that's what started the journey. And now, it's been several years. I did not compete in 2017, and 2018 I competed. And then 2019 I moved to Texas and then started competing again. So it's been a really interesting journey.
I love that. And so you fell in love with, you got the bug, as you say. And
Mhm.
what in the beginning, what was it about? I mean, maybe you weren't winning at the beginning. What was it about it that you kept on going back for more?
Honestly, there's no sisterhood like pageantry. Don't think of the TV shows you see, or even like the negative parts about it, because I found it very empowering. I was coming out of a real dark time of my life, and I again just fell in love with the pageantry, and it really helped me blossom and to become the person I am today, and the person I'm still continuing to be as I compete in pageantry. So that's basically why I love pageantry so much. But honestly, the sisterhood is something that it's hard to explain unless you've been there. I mean, and prizes are great and stuff like that, but I have to say it's the sisterhood that I really enjoy the most.
That's beautiful. And so, for people out there who are watching this, we are live on our YouTube, our Facebook. Some people might think pageantry is just all about high heels and bikinis, but there are definitely different systems. And so, let's continue with Patricia's story in just a moment. But I wanted to stress on this. A lot of people think it's Miss Universe, which is a beautiful system. Um,
Mhm.
they think it's bikinis and high heels, which is gorgeous, but there definitely is different brands in different pageantry systems. Some are for community work, some are more model focused, and so forth. And so, for yourself, Patricia, how do you choose a pageant system? Is it just what you want to work on in that year, or yeah, how do you choose a pageant system?
I started with a small pageant system, and I continued, and there is the one in Delaware, Legacy of Dreams. I still love that system. But when I moved to Texas, I kind of I was doing my first Texas title happened during the pandemic. So it was everything started virtual. And, I did another pageant system and realized those pageant systems weren't for me, that there's nothing wrong with them, but, everybody finds a pageant system that fits them. This
Yeah.
past year, I had the opportunity, actually, it was probably about a year ago, around this time last year, that I got a call from a friend of mine. Her daughter had won the Young American Miss International competition. It's Young American Miss International. And she won the Young Miss International, which was the big title. And were, they wanted to sponsor me. So I got to compete this past weekend as Young American Miss International Classic. So I'm over the age of 50 now, Miss Lone Star State. And what I look for personally in a pageant, and everybody has a right to try to find what best fits them. My emphasis is community service, family, and sisterhood, and it not being about the director. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean that it's about what you do as a contestant, about giving back. So when I spoke to the director, Sabrina from Young American Miss International, she said to me, there's two things: family and community service. And that's what
Beautiful.
this. And I'm so excited that I'm going back next year. I already have my title. I'm waiting for my sash.
Ah,
So
that's so good.
I would advise anybody, really do your research. And there's nothing wrong with starting off with the little pageant systems. The community service is part of it. Some pageant systems, like you say, it's not just bikinis and stuff. Some emphasis is on community service. Some are charity pageants. There's no reason why you can't start there. They're just as valid as any of those big systems, but really find out what's good for you. And for the first time in many years, I felt like I found home with YMMI.
I love that so much. Yeah, for me, it was the community service why I chose international as as a competitor, and I just fell in love, as you said, with the sisterhood when I went to Australia, and then when I went to America. I still
Yes.
have those friends today, and we're doing collaborations and we're doing really great things in this world. And that's what I love about this. And so, thank you so much for sharing. And yeah, it's not about the director, even though I'm the national director. But I had a couple of people reach out to me from another system, and they were talking, and I said, look, you can't just join a system. It's like choosing a car.
Mhm.
Like, you got to ask the questions. And so my questions would be, ask the director, what are the core
Mhm.
values? What's the mission of the pageant system? And if it is in alignment with your values and your core mission statement, then join that system. You're going to have a great time. And if you don't, then move on and find one that is in alignment
Yeah.
with you, because you'll know, because it will resonate with your heart. So that's awesome. So my friend,
And I don't
you
mention
had
any bad directors, because I'm not saying there's bad directors out there, but
yeah,
for that, not just about them getting all the to me, a
yeah,
director,
the
you
glory.
how you want to see your contestants succeed, and that is so important.
Yes,
And
yeah,
one piece of advice I would give for any woman or even young woman competing: don't just like what you said, interview the director, see if this is
mm,
aligns with your core values, and that is so
yeah.
important.
Beautiful. I love that so much. And so tell us, we know that you're all about the sisterhood and the community
Mhm.
work. So tell us what your platform is. And maybe initially when you started pageantry, you didn't know what you love to do as a platform. And so walk us through the journey of you joining pageantry and over the years, nutting out your platform and what you're doing today.
Okay. So my platform is very personal, and that's one thing with any type of platform. It should be something personal. And statistics show that 1 in 4 women will face some form of domestic abuse in their lifetime, and I'm 1 in 4 women. I'm also a widow. So each of us go through, going through this. I did go through some counseling. I still had a very dark period in my life, surrounded by a lot of negativity and stuff, that I thought of within myself, being surrounded by other people. And what I realized is that, between ending the counseling and the therapy to the what is next, and it's really how to start your life over again. So my platform is called A New Beginning, and it is resonating with myself, and it's personal, and I wanted to create something that fills in that gap. And when you're going through abuse, or if you've even had a happy marriage, or anything, any changes in our lives, sometimes we have to start over. So we get to create our new beginning. And it actually started, the very first thing I did was, let me start with my YouTube channel and just create a monthly segment. And it started actually with you, Laura. I interviewed you, and it started with starting with a positive mindset. And that is so important. It's not just in pageantry, but in everyday life. And because of you, I started those affirmations. I say them every morning at my desk, and that sets me up for a good day, because I work for a major corporation in customer care. Might as well just say the complaint department. So, it can be very draining at times, but you know what? I love what I do. And if I don't say my affirmations during the day, I could feel the difference, like by the time work is done. So that's how it started off, starting with a positive mindset, working on creating and organize your life. And it's just little steps each month. And now, because of going through all this, I realized that I'm going to go back to school. I just started classes a couple weeks ago, and it's like 4 core classes that I have to take. And I want to become an accredited life counselor, but I also want to change that into uh, helping with an emphasis on widowhood and women who have been um, through even what I've been through, even as a domestic abuse survivor. So a lot of it has changed, is changing, and it with my platform, this is something that's going to be evolving, and I'm going to be steadily working on this year. And that is where I'm standing as of today. Can't hear you. Laura, can't hear. No.
There we go. It's unmuted. So pageantry has helped you find your feet. It's given you a
Mhm,
platform to speak
mhm,
publicly, and it's given you the support and sisterhood and potentially the resources in order for you to really find your public speaking, if you will, and really help and serve your community in your chosen area. And so, thank you so much for sharing your journey as well. Personally, I know we've all had our own journeys, but it doesn't
mhm.
determine of what you do in the future. And I'm so glad you're now focusing forward and being so positive and being an amazing light. Because just by you sharing your voice, you're now helping so many people in your community and potentially the world as well. So, thank you for everything that you do. Um, we will have a little short commercial break now that we're going to watch a video. But Patricia, we're going to bring you right back at the end, and I want you to share, maybe speak to anyone who's looking for pageantry, really at the core of it. Like, just
Yeah.
share a story that would maybe and
Okay.
get people excited. So, okay, guys, I'm going to go to a quick commercial break now because I really want to stress Patricia's talked about this beautiful sisterhood, this community called pageantry. And we here at the International Pageants, we create a training program in order to help queens find their voice. And if they want to go out and do a YouTube channel, then we help you build resources around that. If you want to find confidence in public speaking, we help you do that as well. And yes, we're very excited here at International. So I wanted to share with you a little clip of the 2018 Mrs. International. This is the clip before she won. So she's sharing you her state title. So I wanted to share with you her journey because it will really give you a really great insight to what pageantry can help you build in your community for lasting positive change. So enjoy the movie and then we'll bring back Patricia.
Revolves around dirt, trucks, tractors, and more dirt. But all of these things are a nice balance to my job of 9 years at Disneyland. While working at Disneyland, I was amazed to hear about an organization called Together We Rise, which reunites children in foster care with their siblings at the happiest place on earth. Another important thing they do is raise money to replace the trash bags given to most children in foster care with personalized duffel bags. We fill these bags with essentials and deliver them to our local foster agencies. Because of my work with foster care, I quickly learned about an organization called America's Kids Belong. The work they have done is groundbreaking, and I'm so honored to be the official spokesperson for America's Kids Belong California. One of our main projects is called the Dream Makers Program, which grants inspiring and empowering wishes to children aging out of foster care. My goal as Mrs. California International has always been to spread awareness about the various ways people can help children in foster care, besides the most obvious way, which is, of course, adoption. I plan to take my message internationally and offer the same kind of hope to children all across the world. Because while we can't change the number of children entering the foster care system, I believe we can change the way they experience it and give them a brighter outlook and a greater hope for their future. With all of these passions, I'm definitely one busy mom and wife, but I love what I do, and the support I receive from my family makes it all possible. To learn more about the ways you can help, follow my journey on Instagram and Facebook. I am Lauren Weeks, Mrs. California International 2018, and I look forward to meeting you this July in West Virginia at Mrs. International. God bless.
So that was our Mrs. International who won in 2018, and that is the platform that she built. And then as she won her title, Mrs. International, she went on and did a reign for 12 months and did some amazing work in her community. As you saw her platform, and that's what she does. So let's bring back Patricia. Beautiful Patricia. I'm so excited. I know that you've recently won some awards. And so I'd love to talk to you about that because I know that you previously said you've learned lots more from not winning. So let's talk
Mhm.
about that journey, like winning, non-winning. What are the life lessons that you got out of that?
Well, my first pageant, I took first runner up, and that, was going to be that one and done, and I won talent. And the thing is that it took me a full year before I won my first title, and it was Miss Pumpkin Chunk in 2016. And I'm very proud of that title because what I did was I learned every time, whether I won or lost a pageant, there's something I had to learn from it. And when I won my first pageant, I had to speak in front of people and say a long introduction. And, every time I got better and better at what I was doing. And then I won World's Miss Tourism in 2021. And then I hadn't planned to compete. And then this year, again, I was given an opportunity. And I had prepared, but honestly, the wonderful women who won, they deserved to win. They deserved to win. They got their placements. And I took third runner-up in Young American Miss International, which was the first day of the pageant. And the second day was Young American International. And that was the highest title. And I took first runner-up. And I'm so grateful whether I get a crown or not, because I learned what I need to work for next year. And it makes me want to work harder. And what I want to let everybody know is, their specialty awards, their gowns, some pageants might have, best eyes, people's choice. They might have an interview award. Those things you can't control. That's a matter of opinion on that day. But what I learned was that I can make myself, I'm trying to find the right words. I can show that I'm out there making a difference in the world. And I know that this year, like, I have my pageant book all ready to go. And, and I knew that there are things that I have to work on. And I'm so grateful for coming in first runner-up, because now I know it's like, okay, now I know that this is what I need to work on. And it makes me want to become a better person. And coming in first runner-up, it was that week I decided, you know what, I'm going to go back to school. And I'm going to make this count. And I'm going to help women change their lives into a more positive direction. So what I would tell anybody is, learn from, winning, learn from not placing, and every lesson when you're out there in the pageant world, just learn from it. So you didn't get talent this time. You might have to work harder at your talent. And it drives you to even become a better person. So learning those lessons have become invaluable, and it makes you stronger, and it makes you want to get out there more and be just be better all around.
Oh, I love that so much. You're so positive and driven. And I love that you said, if you don't win this time, it's just something that you need to learn to be better for next time. You
Yes.
are such an amazing role model. You just gave me goosebumps. Patricia, I can't thank you so much. We're going to be sharing Patricia's Facebook group in the comments below after this live. So please do go on over and connect. Patricia's such an amazing role model, and the things that she's done in the short amount of time that I've known Patricia, I think it's been 3.5 years-ish, maybe. Something like that. We'll go with 3.5 years. She has just grown and grown and grown and serves so many people in her community. And I want to commend and thank you for everything that you do, Patricia. I just love and adore you. So yay, Patricia, everyone, give her the love in the comments below. And if you love content like this, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, or of course, follow us, comment and share on Facebook and Instagram. We love and adore you. And remember, you are meant for greatness. This life that we've been brought here, we're meant to be doing some really great things. So why not go on out and do the things? And hey, maybe you need inner confidence. A pageantry system would be an amazing thing for you. So go on out and make a difference, because you're worth it. Patricia, final words from Patricia today?
Just get out there and do it, and really get out there. And honestly, for me, it's about the sisterhood. Get out there, find your purpose. Everything will fall in line, and just reach out to Laura. She is a wealth of knowledge. And good luck to all Australia at your upcoming international pageant. I'm so excited for you. I can't wait to watch this journey.
We'll be sharing on social media the whole journey. We're very excited. And of course, Miss Australia International 2023 is working very hard right now. And so, we've got some comments here. There you go, Pilar. Thank you so much for tuning into our live, and do subscribe so you get notified when we are live next. But I can't thank you enough for your time today, Patricia. I'll see you in the next show, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.